Assume that we have a service area covered by several base stations, operating in various radio access technologies like the area shown on screen. The blue cells correspond to LTE base stations, the small purple cells to femtocells located in apartments, and the yellow cells to wireless LAN hotspots. We assume that the terminals that exist in the area can connect even simultaneously to any of the available networks. Moreover, it is assumed that all the terminals can also communicate with each other in an ad hoc mode and form, if necessary, a so-called opportunistic network. Opportunistic networks are operator-governed, temporary, coordinated extensions of the infrastructure. They are dynamically created in places and at the time they are needed in order to deliver to mobile users the requested services at the appropriate QoS levels, costs, etc. Operator governance is materialized through the designation of resources like spectrum or transmission powers that can be used and the provision of policies, information, and knowledge. They can comprise network elements of the infrastructure and terminals, potentially organized in an ad hoc network mode. So, some terminals advertise their capability to form an opportunistic network, and this is depicted on screen with a colored circle around them. In this scenario, we will see how the creation of an opportunistic network can accommodate nodes which are left out of infrastructure coverage because they moved to a blind area. As we can see, there is Terminal 4 down here moving north, and there are also Terminals 3 and 6 that are offering an opportunistic network capability. At some point, Terminal 4 moves out of the infrastructure coverage, and this is why it discovers Terminals 3 and 6, negotiates with them about the opportunistic network parameters, and finally selects one of them to form an opportunistic network, so as to use it as a gateway to connect to the infrastructure and continue receiving its services for as long as needed. When Terminal 4 finds again a base station to connect to, the opportunistic network is terminated. The reserved resources are released, and Terminal 4 switches back to the direct communication with the infrastructure.